Hello, welcome back. Today, this video about I do mark parts is going to be quite extensive. I'm going to introduce you to a large number of parts I made. The reason why I made parts is sometime because I have an idea of a design, a Lego set I would like to make, but I feel like I don't have the proper parts in Lego. There are some missings. So to do so, I like to make my own small bricks. What I'm going to show you, this is an extreme case. The case will be about the Mi-24 Hind. For those who don't know, this is a Russian helicopter. This is my take on making a micro build of a Mi-24 Hind. So Russian helicopter. Maybe some of you may recognize it. Just as a hint, this is the front, this is the back, because sometimes my design not that obvious, with some weapon pods under each winglets, frontal machine gun. I put some wheels on the bottom and two canopies, plus the oxygen inlet for the engine, and the compartment for soldiers, foot soldiers. I'm going to show you what Hind, if you ask Google what Hind looks like. So this is a Hind. Google, if you ask Google, it will give you those photos. Maybe you may recognize what I made. I'm going to show you a couple of photos from Wikipedia I found. So this one is a Polish Hind. I find it to be a bit similar with the one I made. Color scheme, you can see the blue and the green, what do they call that? This green olives. Another photo from frontally would be that one with a rocket pod. But this one has only one rocket pod on each side, could have two air missiles, and instead of a pod can have air-to-ground anti-tank missiles, or maybe bombs. I think can take bombs as well. This one is slightly different because I think it has a 20mm fixed machine gun, when the one I designed is more like this one with a machine gun, rotating machine gun. You can target at least 180 degrees. I'm not entirely sure about this, so don't take my word for that. And this is a great photos of two Hinds in the desert, and you can see the rocket pod, the air inlets. This is an outlet, gas outlet for the turbine engine, so two canopies, and the propellers, the back propellers. Going back to what I did. So this is my take of a Hind. I think it does look okay, but could be a lot better if I create my own parts. Let's see what creating my own parts will do. So this is what my Hind looks like with all the parts I created. I find it quite gorgeous, actually. I like it. I really like this design I made. As you may see, there's a couple of colors. The gray, those are colors. The gray and the olive green, those are parts coming from Lego. All the red and yellow I designed myself. For instance, all the parts in red, those are parts I previously designed without anything in mind. Just I wanted to create something like a little propeller or blades. missiles. We have to come back to those one. Those kind of missiles pods, or rounded, that looks like the canopy, rounded canopy. And all the yellow parts I designed specifically to make this helicopter. So now I'm going to show you in details which part I made. Starting with the red parts. Why? Because, as I said, those parts I designed before creating this MIDI build. So I'm going to take them one by one. So we have this one by one plate with a semi-round. You may recognize this is an existing plate, but just with a stud on it. So this is to me part 0x00625. Two parts, I call that how, double curve slope rounded. I use them to showcase the canopy. This is a part X00623. One plate with double studs on the top, studs on the bottom. Not entirely sure if something like Cody has a part like that. I'm not entirely sure. As you say, so stud on both sides with a hole in middle. A blade. I will not take that one, I'll take the other one because it's straight. The blade. I made two kind of those blades. This one is a X00115. So I have another one, I'll probably introduce it later, a little bit shorter, but this is basically exactly the same. And of course, we can stick it inside a hole pin. So I'm going to remove those already. So those ones. This one looks like nothing. That's I call it a small round tip to be able to stick those one in holes. I think this could be fun to have this one. It will be a very small part, probably one. If Lego decides to make that kind of part, it would probably be the smallest part ever manufactured. But it could add some nice details on the micro build. So a quarter sphere, one by one plates. Actually, I think I designed those. I'm going to remove that one. Almost together. I have a series of those spheres or half spheres. I mean, that's more half spheres. I'm going to introduce you later with that. What do we have? On the bottom, inverted slope, double curved on a 1x3 plate. Yeah, I have many, the same for many sizes. Going to make probably a video to introduce those one. This interesting double bracket 1x1. This is a modification of an existing part from a Lego, but the part has only let's say the central stud plus one side. So I just made the symmetry out of it to get the double studs, one on each side. This to me slope curved with cut out this is also part of this series of parts. You can appreciate what it looks like. Okay, maybe the design is not the best, but it gives a nice nice finish to the product, to the helicopter. I take this one. There, a little propeller. I find the Lego quite poor when regarding a small propeller. That's why I designed a few of those. I'm going to show you much later probably my best propeller, small propeller, which comes with many stuff with it. I'm probably going to make a long video to introduce many parts at once as well. So this one, small propeller, could be useful. Here we have a plate with two clips. Everybody recognizes what this part is. In fact, this is a standard clips with a one on the other side. This one I call half rod. We can say 1x3. The size is 3 studs. As you can see, this is like the opposite of the one I previously showed. Maybe the downside of this, that if you stick it on the plate, this one might be difficult to remove. To get a grip on it may be a bit tedious. Oh, I forgot to tell us the numbers. We'll come back to that later. There I have a missile. I'm going to talk about this one a little bit more. I decided to make kind of space missiles, futuristic missiles. I do have others, but this will be a whole video just by itself about missiles. But this one is strongly inspired from this one. This is Studio do not, as far as I know, I repeat, as far as I know, Studio do not have this part in library. This one comes from Lego Digital Designer. It is called, that's from Doctor Who, the British serial. This is, what do you call that? Not the screwdriver, the sonic screwdriver. When I check on the Lego store to see how did it come, it has some funny colors. I have absolutely no idea what it does. I guess some kind of weapon or some kind of tool for Doctor Who to time travel or whatever. I have no idea what this area is about. I barely know, barely acknowledge its existence because I don't know what that's about. But unfortunately, we don't have it in Studio. When I was doing most of my design on LDD, so Lego Digital Designer, I use a lot this part. I'll probably show another episode again to see all the macro build I made around this. By importing my design from LDD to Studio, I was able to salvage this part. So that's why when I click on it, it calls a weapon number 10 need works. I don't know what that means exactly, but this is not from Studio. That's why I remade one quite different. This is quite difficult to make with Part Designer. And this one, I kind of like the design of this one, maybe because I got used to it. I like the design of this one. So this is my take on remaking roughly that one, but shorter. What else do we have? This. I call that top 2 dual tubs. But in fact, in my mind, this is kind of missile launcher, and this is how I use it on the helicopter. So same thing here, same thing there. There. I have a large series of that kind of shape with various length and number of studs, if that's a hole or if that's a stud. This one I used as a winglet. And the last one, this is inspired from very well-known Lego parts. You can see pinhole, stud hole on either side. It is strongly inspired from, I'm going to time one break, strongly inspired from this. I have a whole series about those bricks as well. This will be an episode all by itself about that. As you can see, I use this as a winglet on the helicopter. Is that done? Is that over? Yeah, that's over. Now I'm going to show the yellow parts. The yellow parts are specifically made them for this helicopter. Let's start with, sorry about that. Let's start with this one. So this is 1x6 plate with one rounded hand. Everybody can relate to that. I don't think there's any difficulties. This, so I use as a wheel. I call it micro landing. I don't know what I call landing gear. Put gate. Okay, the spelling mistake. And I have 3 of those. This part may be too specific. I don't know if we can use it for anything else. I have 2 versions of this plate, of this brick, 1 by 1, with a clip, round clip, double round clip. Yeah, it does look very, very specific. I don't know if I could use it somewhere else. This, I made many like this one. This is a helicopter rotor, 5-way helicopter shaft, type B. I don't remember why it's type B. I think type A, I think, but I'm going to show it there. It was rounded here instead of being, what is that, hexagonal. But the problem with part designer, there are many bugs, and it didn't allow me to make a nice round here. But this one works very fine with a hole in it. It does a very nice micro helicopter shaft. It does work very, very well. Brick, kind of standard brick, but just with a hole in it. This way you can stick the blade. So this is a functional hole. Just could be a brick that could use in Lego. Yes, I could see a future for that one. And a tiny rod just to put inside. Lego has some rods like the antenna with various lengths. I find the one the most useful is the wand. They call it the wand. So the wand. The one like this, but the wand I don't know. I never seen in my hand this brick. I don't know if that's different colors. In LDD also you can set those colors for different. But I'm sure. I mean, that would be nice just to have this size of bar. After, what do we have? Okay, we've seen this one, that one. This is probably the last one I created for this helicopter. I especially designed it to look like a rocket pod. I need to show you you can see there, that's a rocket pod. I'm checking other photos if we can see it better. Yes, there. This rocket pod. So it was really just to match what the photos are about. Other than this design, I don't see what we could do with these. That's way too specific, and I'm not a fan of ultra specific parts. Almost every other part we can use it somewhere else. This one I maybe not so much, but all the other I can see some design to be made around those. But this one is ultra specific to this design. So for the tail, another very specific parts could be used elsewhere. You can see this is half rounded with a slope. This part was a bit difficult to make it look good, but it ended up well. I don't know if we could use it on many design. Just testing something. Oh yes, look at this. Yeah, it does work well. We can put one after the other, so could be used somewhere else. And the last one, a tail, a small tail. Yeah, why not? Tail with studs on each side. Could be used on a small design, even with minifig, no problem. So there we are, all the bricks I made. So let's recap. This one, half plate, that's number X00625. I think I will stop saying X00, but just give the number. 623, 233, 131, the blade for 115, 169, the small tip, inverted slope, 323. That one, this one I could see a future for that part. Part number 41, 232, propeller, as I said, 117 could be useful. Double clip, 201, slope, regular slope, double slope, but one stud by 3, 629, a small missile, 719, kind of rocket or missile pod, 67, L-shape 3 studs, number 72, 664 for this brick modified with side component. Side component has been stud holes on both sides. This is a standard plate 109. Landing kind of wheels, a landing gear, micro landing gear. 106, 110 for this dual clip, ring clip. For this rotor 123, this brick 118, this small rod 119, 129 for the rocket launcher. Inverted slope 5 degree. Ooh, that's very precise. 5 degree inverted slope. 5 degree, probably it is. Yeah, So I find it looks like a nice design. And for the tail section, 116. Everything is back together. Let's see what it does look like when we apply real colors. There it is. There it is. I'm going to hide that one. There is my Hind. I find it gorgeous. This is I mean, as far as I can say, I'm very proud of this this build, and it's very realistic. This is a quite small. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 15 stairs long by 7 wide. If I don't take into account the propeller, the rotor, it could be a very nice design, and it's very realistic. Let's check out against the photos I showed previously. Yeah, it definitely can do it. Of course, the propeller can be improved, and if you're not fond of the kind of missile launcher and this missile over there, you can always delete those and put a dual rocket launcher. It might look better. It might look better like that. This is a very clean build. Almost no studs showing, except the one mostly in purpose, like those two. That's two shows exhaust, so a little bit too much backwards, but I think it does it. And those two studs, which doesn't really matter. The canopy looks great to me. I like the way it looks. Now you can see why I put this brick with a hole. This way you can put a rod in it, transparent rod, to make it look like windows. Yeah, I would definitely love to have this on my desk. And when we compare the two together, from top, yeah, I mean, to me, this is not an argument. Standard bricks versus mostly custom-made bricks. You saw about 90% of the bricks I made them myself. The original one are mostly this gun. I didn't want to make another one because it does work quite well. This part does work quite well. Very few simple plates over there. And I think this is a strong build as well. It will not break easily. Strong enough. Maybe the tail section a bit. Oh no, that's maybe. No, that will be strong. This will be a strong build, very strong build. I don't think so. It will fall apart. Okay, that's about it. I'm going to do some rendering of that, and I really hope you enjoy what I made and the effort I put in creating all those parts, because it takes time. I really hope you enjoy watching this. You saw the power of making your own parts. I don't think so I will make another video with so many parts showing off at once, revealing the parts at once. I will keep it more like 5 or 6 parts at once, and I will come back to those. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you didn't waste your time, and see you another time. Bye.